All right, so take 3, guys. You haven't seen the first 2, maybe. God, what happened to all my air right there? I said, I was trying to say you haven't seen the first 2, and it was like I had no more oxygen left, like I was in a casket, buried alive underneath the ground, and I was trying to say something to you with my last breath. You haven't seen the first 2 takes. I'm probably going to get some echo in here, I guess. I'm in the bathroom, guys. I'm taking a bath, as a matter of fact. I figured I would relax today and do a nice, relaxing podcast today. So I was saying, yeah. So the first time that I turned on the camera and the computer, I was looking up at the computer. I got it over on the table over here on the other side of the tub. The first time I did it, I did not have this microphone plugged into the Bose board over there. That doesn't work if you don't have the mic plugged in. I'm not getting, I would have got some sound from the computer microphone up there, but that's not what I want. By the way, I'm drinking a Ctradelic Tangerine IPA from New Belgium. I've drank this many times before. It's the only thing in the fridge right now, so that's what I'm drinking at the moment. I'll take a sip, as a matter of fact. And I've already mentioned that once before on the first take, when I didn't have the mic plugged in. Now I have the mic plugged in. The second take, I forgot to turn the Bose board back on. So I turned it off. I put the what am I saying? My computer just went to sleep here a second ago, which, as a matter of fact, I need to figure out why it's going to sleep, because that's not going to work very well if it's going to sleep while I'm trying to do fucking podcast. Anyway, I'll just keep moving this mouse periodically. The second time I plugged it in, I plugged in the mic. I turned off the Bose to plug in the mic. That way when I turned on the Bose, it would recognize the mic and whatever, and the computer and all this kind of bullshit. Well, I plugged in the microphone. I forgot to turn the Bose back on, so I sat back down in the tub, second time. And when I sat down, I realized that there was no lights on the Bose over here. And again, I was just recording through the microphone there on the Surface Pro. So I got back out of the tub for the third time. No, second time, I guess. The third time I'd been in the tub. Second time I'd gotten out of the tub. Got back out and turned the Bose on. Restarted Audacity to make sure it synced with the Bose. Because I'm trying to make sure I get this audio right, which I'm going to have some echo here that I may or may not pull out of this audio because, you know, it is what it is, as they say. I hate that saying, by the way. But I'm in the bathroom. I'm in the bathtub. There's going to be an echo in here. There's tile. You know, it's there's no sound deadening. There's walls. There's tile. There's water. All the stuff that you would find in a bathroom, in a bathtub, yeah. So that's what's going on. There's going to be some echo. I apologize. I don't know what kind of shots you're getting here. Hopefully it's not of my fat ass, because who knows, man. I've gained so much weight here in the past year. I'm not proud of it. I think I wear it well, but I'm not proud of it. And I need to get rid of it. I need to get rid of about 20 to 30 pounds. And I will. Because I have, let's get into that. I'm doing the Bataan Death March, or some people call it the Bataan. I'm not sure what the exact correct way of pronunciation is for that, but and my computer is way up here. I do have my phone sitting right here. I could look it up, I guess. But so what you ask is the Bataan or Bataan Death March. Well, let's take a look at that. And this is going to tie into the whole thing of me being fat and whatever. I got the water right. I did this last night. I cleaned the tub last night. I know I'm taking a sidetrack off of the Death March here. Let's just at least type that in. Here we go. Yeah, so last night I decided, you know what? I want to take a bath for once, god damn it. When I used to live out in Alaska and Vegas, hell, even Illinois, starting off in 1999, no, 2001, when we moved to Illinois, had a gigantic garden tub there, a jet tub as a matter of fact, and then we moved to Alaska, spent 6.5 years there, 2 years there at Illinois, 6.5 years up in Alaska, had a giant garden tub, no jets, and then moved to Vegas from there, and all 3 houses I lived in Vegas had a hot tub and a pool. Oh man, you talk about a fantastic time from 2001 to 2013. Jesus Christ, that's a long time to have a great time with jet tubs, garden tubs, and jacuzzis, hot tubs, whatever. What was I don't even know what I was going into, really. I was talking about hot tubs. Oh, I was talking about Bataan Death March. I was talking about being in the tub. What the fuck was I talking about? I don't even fucking know. Is this thing even recording? Hold on just a second. Let me get up here. Oh, I don't even know. There it is. Yeah, we're still recording. We're 7 minutes in. So the Bataan Death March. Bataan Death March was the forcible God damn it, I can't even see this. I got to turn the lighting up a little bit. Usually I pull up on my computer, so it's a little bit smaller on my phone. The Bataan Death March was the forcible transfer by the Imperial Japanese Army of 60,000 to 80,000 American and Filipino prisoners of war from Sazan Point, Bagak, Bataan, and Mariveles to Camp O'Donnell. I don't even know all these names, man, but it was a transfer of 60,000 to 80,000 American and Filipino prisoners. Let's go back in. They were loaded on the trains. The transfer began at April 9th, 1942, after the 3-month Battle of Bataan in the Philippines during World War II. Does this thing give me a... No, it doesn't give me a pronunciation. But anyway, World War II, the total distance marched from Mariveles to San Fernando, and from the Capas train station to Camp O'Donnell is variously reported by differing sources as between 60 and 69.6 miles. Differing sources also report widely differing prisoner of war casualties prior to reaching Camp O'Donnell, from 5,000 to 18,000 Filipino deaths and 500 to 650 American deaths during the march. So anyway, that's a march that they did during World War II. Every year in White Sands Missile Range out there in New Mexico, they do a Bataan Death March. They do a half marathon and a marathon style distance. I haven't done it in a while. Last time I did it was March of 2009, I think. But they have a civilian and a military distance. So, not distance. Civilian, you wear civilian clothes. Military, you wear military BDUs, ABUs, whatever you want to call the fucking uniform that the military wears. You wear the uniform. Long pants, undershirt, long shirt, maybe a hat, whatever. You can wear the full uniform or portions thereof. Then you also have a civilian heavy and a military heavy. And I think the civilian heavy and military heavy are the same weights. I think it's Again, I should look all this up, but I'm not going to. I'm just going off of memory from what I did back in 2009. I think that the females carry 35 pounds, the males carry 45 pounds. Civilian, of course, you're wearing civilian clothes with the pack. Military, you're wearing military clothes with the pack. And you can do that at a half marathon distance or a marathon distance. So I've done this once before. I did it as a civilian, no weight. I did it solo by myself. I did it 3 months after the Honolulu Marathon, which was the first marathon I ever ran. And I've spoken about this before, I believe, I'm pretty sure, maybe a couple times, but the Mayor's Marathon, no, I'm sorry, that's Alaska. The Honolulu Marathon out in Honolulu on the island of Oahu. Man, this water is making me loopy. Did that in December of 2008. And then I did the Bataan Death March, Bataan, in March of 2009. So a few months later, during the Honolulu Marathon, I think it was my left knee, the iliotibial band, the IT band on my left knee gave me problems starting at about mile 16. So I ran the next 10 miles, walked, jogged, ran, stopped and relaxed. The next 10 miles there with an IT band problem. That was pretty much healed up by the time I did the White Sands Bataan Death March there in New Mexico. 9 miles into this fucking race, my right IT band starts bothering me. So now I've got what? 10, 7, I've got another 16 miles to go. Is that math right? I don't know. Who cares? I got a long way to go, more so than I did with my first marathon. IT band problem, I'm going through deep sand. I mean, this sand is, sometimes a foot deep in places. Oh, man. It was some on-road, some off-road, and some deep sand road. And I ended up finishing it. I did it in about the same amount of time that I did the fucking Honolulu Marathon in. Around 5 hours-ish, somewhere around there. Anyway, what am I getting at? This coming March, I think it's March, tickets go on sale October 1st of this year, 2019. The race is in 2020. A buddy of mine that used to be stationed with me in Alaska, there at Elmendorf, Michael Martinez, he had done that race before, recommended it to me. I did it. We didn't do it together. And now he wants to do it together this year. So October 1st, I'm going to sign up for it. We're going to do it. We're going to do the marathon distance, civilian. I don't have any military clothes I can put on anymore, much less any that I still have in the house anymore, because I went minimalist and I just tossed everything. I don't give a fuck. There's no sentimental value. I don't care. I know I was in the Air Force. All my kids know. My grandkids will know. I don't need uniforms and ribbons and medals and all this kind of stuff to show that I was in the military. So I got rid of all that bullshit, got it out of the house. So we're going to do civilian marathon distance. It's going to be pretty exciting. This will be the first race, and I don't want to say competitive race because I don't compete against anybody anymore, but this will be my first actual race that I paid for, that I've done, especially in that distance and that, whether it be a Spartan Race, marathon, ultramarathon, triathlon, whatever, in that vein and that speed of an event. This will be the first one I've done since May 5th of 2018, which was the last Spartan race that I did. The last race I did in general. I did it with my son out in Colorado Springs, Colorado. We did it at Fort Collins, Colorado. I think that's it. It's an Army base. I said at the time, afterwards, after the race was over, I told my son, and I even posted on Facebook, that was the last, I was retiring, that was the last competitive race I was doing. And yeah, I haven't done one. I haven't done one since. I haven't done a 5K. I haven't done a 2K. I haven't done a 1K. I haven't done a 10K. Haven't done a marathon, triathlon, Spartan Race. None of that. Haven't ran. Well, I've done a little bit of running here and there. And I started a few workouts here and there, but nothing. I mean, pretty much I've been sitting on my ass, yard work, working, general stuff, going to the beach, walking a little bit, on the trail, maybe a bike ride here and there, whatever. But I have not done anything competitive or hardcore or anything that takes any type of mental capacity whatsoever to accomplish. And my buddy, talked me in. He didn't talk me into it. He suggested it. He asked. He didn't beg. He didn't ask 2, 3, 4, 5 times. One time, and I said, sure, let's do it, whatever. I had a good time out there. When I went out there, it was a 2-part trip. I was going to go, and matter of fact, all these events that I did while I was at Elmendorf, I got sponsored through the Air Force, so they paid for my. I got per diem while I was there. I can't explain all of it, but I would request that I would be sponsored through the Air Force when I go and do these events, because I was doing a lot of them. I got sponsored at the U.S. Senior and Junior Nationals in Taekwondo. I got sponsored 2 or 3 marathons in different locations. I got sponsored an ultra marathon, multiple things. I would get sponsored through the Air Force. I don't know why that matters, but it's part of the story, I guess. So I keep trying to turn my computer back on here, guys. I don't want this audio to fuck up. But so I got sponsored. I flew into Albuquerque, New Mexico, yeah. And then I got a rental car. I drove the rental car. I want to say it was an hour, maybe an hour and a half to New Mexico, White Sands, New Mexico. Checked in there, got my race bib. I stayed the night, woke up the next morning. I did the race, literally crossed the finish line, got my medal, and my official time by crossing the finish line. And I walked across the finish line. Well, maybe I ran the last 50 yards or so. But my IT band was fucked up since mile 9, as I said. So I was in excruciating pain. I was limping. But I think I made it a point to run across the finish line and finish. And I literally walked from the finish line to my car. I didn't stop. I did not pass go. I didn't collect $200. I didn't speak to anyone. I didn't high-five anyone. I didn't do anything. I didn't stick around for a beer, a protein bar, energy drink, a protein drink. None of that bullshit. A banana, whatever they give you at the end of the fucking race that you don't even need. You don't need to fucking replenish any goddamn thing. But, they're sponsors. They want you to eat. And they want you to promote their stuff. But, what was I saying? Yeah, I walked directly from the finish line to my car. I got in my rental car, drove from there all the way back to Albuquerque. Stayed the night, got up the next morning, went to the airport, and I flew into Las Vegas. The first time I was going to see Las Vegas, and the first time I was going to see my younger brother in Las Vegas, Kevin. He was stationed there, and I made it a point to, part of that trip was I was going to stop in Las Vegas and hang out with my brother. So I don't even know how we got into this conversation, because this is nothing. This wasn't even on my radar as far as something to talk about. How did we get into this? How did we get into that? I don't even recall. What I was supposed to start off with, and we're going to move on to now, I got this makeshift table set up over here. I'm going to move this mic a little bit further away from me. Maybe bring it down just a tad bit. Ugh. What I meant to talk about was, did I start off with it, or was that one on take one or take two? But I'm supposed to release an episode, which is what I told you guys, on Wednesday. That's going to be my new day, once a week, maybe a bonus day here and there, but I can't even think right now because I feel like there's a lot of noise coming from outside of the bathroom here. I think my TV is up way too loud. I should have closed this door, but I was worried it was going to get too hot in here with the hot water in the bath and all, you know. Oh yeah, so I was going to do a show on Wednesdays. Well, Wednesday came along this week, or Tuesday, for me to do a show, or Monday or Sunday, or whatever. And I said, you know what? I've got a town hall with Fleming Moore, Shady for mayor. He's running for mayor of Somerville. We're doing a town hall every month up until the election, which is November 5th, I believe. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Let's take a look real quick. November 5th, what day is that on? Yeah, I think it is November 5th. That's a Tuesday. That's when elections are. For whatever reason, Tuesdays. I think election day should be on a Saturday, right? I mean, all these people taking off of work and whatever. Make it on a fucking Saturday or Sunday where people don't have to goddamn take off of work and leave out of work to go vote. But you know what? Oh, that looks good for employers and for America. Oh, we're a democracy and you vote here in America and your vote matters. So we're going to give you time off from work to go vote because that's how much it matters to us. Fuck that bullshit. Your vote doesn't fucking matter. And, why not do it on a Saturday or Sunday when I'm already fucking off? And why not do it online where I don't have to get up out of my fucking bed and go anywhere? If you want me to really vote, make the goddamn thing where I can vote online. But you know what? They don't want people to vote. Oh, it's a big conspiracy. Yes. Make it hard for people to vote. That way they can't. But I digress. Yeah, I'm sweating. I'm in a hot tub. I'm not in a hot tub, but I'm in a hot tub. So anyway, I didn't do my show on Wednesday because I thought I was going to have this town hall fucking thing that I was going to do. Well, all day I've been prepping for it in my mind. I've been prepping what I need to get ready, what I need to do, what time I need to leave the house, what time I need to get there, what I need to set up, how I need to set up. Make sure I have great sound this time because the last two that we've done, there was the sound sucked because the Audacity wasn't working on the computer I had. So I got this whole new computer thing going. I got the software working. I got everything updated, all the updates on my computer, all that bullshit. Got everything plugged in. I did a sound check. Got everything all set up. I'm sitting there waiting. It's quarter till, that was all at 5:15 when I got there. The town hall is supposed to start at 6. So 5:15 I get there, get everything set up. 5:30ish, I'm walking around. I'm up front, I'm up back. I'm there at Studio 117, there at Homegrown Brew House, 117 South Main Street. I'm up front, I'm back in the back, I'm up front, waiting on Fleming. Keep looking at the clock. It's 10 minutes to 6. I look at the clock again. It's 5 minutes to 6. I got everything set up. All I got to do is double click Audacity, open it up, hit record. I'm ready to roll. Fleming was going to bring another microphone. We're going to have a good mic for the audience this time. The sound was going to be phenomenal. It was going to be great. 3 minutes to 6. I still see no Fleming. I hear no Fleming. I texted a friend of mine and said, man, I think Fleming's going to be a no-show. I came up here and set up for nothing. About 5:58, I hear Fleming in the hallway. I'm in the back. I'm sitting in the chair, waiting to do a podcast. I hear the voice of Fleming in the hallway. I never see Fleming. I get up out of my chair. I walk out to the front. Fleming's putting on his guitar and his guitar strap, or putting on his guitar with his guitar strap. Said she's not doing a show tonight. Didn't think I was going to show up tonight. Why would I not show up? It's scheduled. We have this event scheduled for the third Wednesday of every month, all the way up through October. We've done the last 2 months, August and September. Why would I not, July and August. Why would I not be here for the September third Wednesday? As scheduled, as on your Shady Premiere page, promoted, 6 to 7. Why would I not be there? Said I was going to be there. You made me a co-host. I'm there. I had it all set up. You're out front fucking playing music. Yeah. Maybe nobody showed up. Maybe one person showed up like last time, but that's one person. Maybe 2 people showed up. Maybe 3 this time. Maybe 10 over the hour that we're going to be there. Okay. I was there. So anyway, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm doing this episode because I didn't do my Tuesday, Wednesday release episode because I thought I had something going on Wednesday night. I was going to do a Thursday release episode. Well, that got botched, and I almost said, you know what? Screw this fucking show. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing any show. People just have to wait till I get the energy or the gumption. Is that word fit in there? I don't even know what gumption means, but it sounds good, and I've heard it before, and I think it fits in that situation. But nobody, I didn't get a heads up. I don't know. I'm kind of irritated because, and that's why I'm in the bath. I needed to relax. I needed to calm down a little bit because, it pissed me off. I went up there and had everything set up perfectly. It was going to be the perfect podcast, the perfect town hall, the perfect sound. Everything was going to work like it was supposed to work. The last 2 times, I was going to redeem myself. And even though I'm unbiased or not biased, even though I have no bias, I was going to go up there and help support Fleming and support Studio 117 and support Homegrown Brew House and support whoever the fuck else I could support. But you know what? I had to go back. Unhook my mic, unhook the guest mic, unhook the board, unplug the board, unplug the computer, pack everything up in my damn book bag, pack everything up in my other bag, pull the mics off, fold them up, pull the camera off, the GoPro, pull the tripod down, load everything back in my truck and go the fuck somewhere else because there was no show. So I'm not bitter about it though, guys. Really. I'm not really. Let's see. We talked about the Bataan. How do you say it? I don't think it matters. I think it matters. It really does matter, really. There is a correct way to say it. I'm not sure what that correct way is, though. Speaking of the mayor, we did a mayor panel, Coastal Coffee Roasters. It wasn't it wasn't yesterday, which was Tuesday. It was the Tuesday before, last Tuesday. I don't remember what the date was on that, but all 4 candidates were up there. Brandon King, Ricky Waring. Did I talk about this already? I don't know, maybe. Bill Hearn and Fleming Moore. I think Bill Hearn and Fleming Moore came in number 1 and 2 respectively. I think Bill Hearn is a politician. I think he talks a lot of bullshit. He knows exactly what to say. He knows how to say it, how to manipulate an audience and pull them in. But, that's why he was my number 1. He's going to win votes because of that. I'm not saying he's number 1 in my book as far as candidates go, but as far as who people will vote for, I think he might be number 1. I would put Fleming as my number 2, and that's a roundabout way of thinking of that. I don't think he's number 2 as far as who people are going to vote for, although possibly. Look at Trump. He got in there. Nobody thought he was going to win, ever. Ricky Hearn, I think he's got a lot of followers, but I want to say that he might have lost a lot of followers at that meeting there at Coastal Coffee Roasters. Brandon King, nice guy. Kudos to him for getting up there. I didn't have the balls to get up there. I was going to run this year. I didn't do it. I wasn't up there. I didn't have the balls to get up there. Brandon King, he had the balls to get up there. He's a server at Ice House. He does some stuff in real estate. Nice guy. I don't think he's ready for the big stage. I don't think he's got it in him. Public speaking wise, nerve wise, confidence wise, knowledge wise. Although, you know, how much knowledge do you need to be a mayor? I mean, I think the other stuff is what's important, right? You have to have the public speaking ability. You have to have the confidence to get up in front of groups and to make decisions. You have to, a bunch of other things you have to do, but knowledge may not be one of them, because you've got a cabinet that's behind you. You've got a council. You have your constituents, which live in the town and have been there forever, and they've got their own opinions and ideas and what have you. There's a lot of people there that can guide you in the direction that you need to go and give you the knowledge that you need. All you need is the balls and the and I shouldn't even say balls. I mean, it could be a woman that's a mayor. So that's kind of sexist to say that you got to have balls. You either have the balls or the ovaries to get up there and make those decisions and whatever. I don't know. So, yeah, there was a mayor panel. I think Bill Hearn, Tony Moore were my top two as far as likability. Whatever. I'm not going any further into it. What else? That's it. I'm done. I'm not doing any more than this. My water is getting cold. I'm going to refresh my water and put some warmer water in here. I'm going to continue to take a bubble bath and relax over here. So I appreciate you guys listening. As always, this episode will be called something. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'm excited to try and figure out what a name may be. This is my 99th episode, guys. Next week is going to be episode 100. I'm not big on birthdays. I'm not big on Christmas. I'm not big on celebrations. I'm not big on Remembrance Days, whatever. So I don't think I'm going to do anything really big for the 100th episode. I mean, the 50th you saw, I just posted a 50th anniversary on the TV screen, I think, and kind of mentioned it. But there's not going to be a party. It's 100 episodes. Whoop-de-doo. But it's a milestone for some, and for some they're going to want to see me do something. So I'll figure out something for next week. 100th episode coming up, guys. I guess that's impressive. I mean, it just means that I've wasted my time for 100 episodes. Because I don't know if anybody listens to this or not. But if you are listening, please hit the like, subscribe, share buttons on your social media, Facebook, Instagram, Podbean, Spotify, iTunes Podcast, Google Play, YouTube. Hit those notification buttons too. That way you know when I miss an episode on Wednesday that I've posted something on a Thursday. If you don't have those notifications button hit or punched or depressed or poked or whatever you do with those fucking buttons, you don't know when a new episode is out. So you might say, oh, what happened? Brian didn't post an episode on Wednesday like he said he was going to. Where's the episode? The next day, bing! You get a poke, you get a little nudge, you get a little shove that says, hey, Brian posted something on a Thursday instead. So hit those buttons, guys. And I will talk to you soon.
you.